Okay, finally go time. What's up, guys? It's Max, and I finally have a new profile for you guys. Now, it's not my fault. It's all on Konami for delaying the set, and the store I ordered it from had to wait to give me the stuff. But whatever. I guess we just all can't have nice things. So, we're finally here with the deck I've been anticipating to play, and yeah, I am a bit slow to the party, but again, not my fault. So this is the Chimera Hecahands. This is my first draft of it, and I will be tinkering around with some more, but it's kind of... I took it to locals before the end of the last year, so happy New Year, well, happy holidays, because we don't even know if it's gonna be a happy year. Anyways, hope you all had a good holiday, but with all that out of the way, let's get right into this profile. So, for the Chimera stuff, we're rocking, of course, the 3 of that you all should have had before this new stuff came out is the 3 Nightmare Apprentice. I run the 1 Big Wing Berthamet. I run the 1 Sword Knight. I run triple Gazelle. And I run triple Cornfield Codal. This is my standard... Oh, and I brought back my boy, Master Tao. So this is the Chimera package of cards of monsters I choose to play. Nightmare Apprentice, just because she's a free body and she can just search for any illusion in the game, so that opens up the entirety of the Hecahand stuff. Same goes for Gazelle. When it's used as fusion material, searches for any illusion monsters, so literally crafted for the Hecahands. Berthamet will search out Chimera Fusion and a level 4 lower beast monster, or just a beast monster in general. However, when you summon him and use his effect to search, you can only fusion summon for the rest of that turn. Mirror Sword Knight will help get you into your Berthamet, but I don't want to open with this card too much because this is a very big ash hit. Like, if this is my only card in hand, I use it, they ash, and I'm just sitting there sad. So, yeah. Also, while we control our Chimera Fusions, you can banish this card from your field or graveyard to negate an on-field monster effect. Cornfield searches for any one of these, but you are always going for Gazelle. And when your opponent targets one of your cards while you control Chimera, you can banish this to negate that card and destroy it. And Master Tao is one of our revive cards. Once it's sent to the graveyard, just revive any one of your illusion monsters, so good synergy with the Hecahands. Also one of the cards I got a reprint in the new set, so there's that. That's it for the Chimera engine of stuff. Now we go into what you guys really here for, the Hecahands. Now, I do have only the rare versions because the set... I bought the entire core off of Gamer's Choice and they only had the rares, so I will be getting the upgraded supers in due time. It's kind of weird though because I do play 3 Hecahands Godos, and it's weird because this and super rare is the most expensive one, which is like, why is this so expensive? Shouldn't it be the ultra card? But what do I know? And his effect isn't even that crazy. So as illusion monsters, all the Hecahands have that same effect, that they can't die in battle and neither can whatever they fight. However, all the Hecahand main deck monsters, well, the majority of them, have a stealing effect. Godos' effect is that during the opponent's main phase, you can target one monster in their graveyard and summon it to your side of the field. Also, the level 7s all share the effect that if your opponent adds a card to their hand except in the draw phase or damage step, you can activate them from hand and then summon them straight to the field. Next, I played the 1 Gygus. This one is a bit better. I'll probably switch up the ratios to make Gygus a 3 of, because this one does have a bit more going for it. Is that for this one's unique effect is that you excavate the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck, and if there's a monster among them, you can summon it to your side of the field. Next, I choose to play the 3 Ibtel. This one is definitely one you definitely want to play 3 of because it is just a E-Telly for all of your Hecahand monsters. Hopefully we'll get more support in the future. You reveal her and you shuffle her back into the deck I do believe that's a cost. Nope, you reveal this card in your hand as the cost. So you reveal it as cost, shuffle it back, and then if you do, you summon, words, Jesus. You summon one of your Hecahand monsters from your deck, so she can easily get out these or any of the other ones. The other Hecahand monster I do play is the one Hecahands Yadel. And yeah, shout out to my boy Kamon for hooking me up with the Collector Rare, I believe it is. Yeah, he's right. Collector Rare is kind of ugly. Rather it be Starlight or QCR, but that's neither there. Yadel's effect is just like Ibtel. She can reveal herself, shuffle her back into the deck, and then you add a Hecahand spell or trap from your deck to your hand. Which is, it makes some plays kind of rough because, you know, they shuffle themselves back. They don't just discard, which is also kind of good because they can't be hit with a call by or anything. But still, there are times where it's like, dang, I wish I had one of my other Hecahands in the graveyard, but they're in the deck. Now, going on to the next set of monsters. And because this is a Fiend adjacent deck, we are playing the Fiendsmith engine. But I narrowed it down to just these 3 cards because we already can search this with Gazelle's effect. We can send it to the graveyard with Baphomet's effect. And once it's in the graveyard, it turns on the entire Fiendsmith engine. And the engine in this deck goes even harder. It's insane because the spell card we have for the Hidden Hecahands, we can send a card. So you guys will see. Especially when I upload the dual videos, which I did take. Next, for the hand traps, I choose only 6. We have the 3 for Walos and the 3 Ash Blossom. To round out the monsters, it's a very heavy monster count, as most fusion decks are. Now for the spell and traps. You gotta play the 3 Chimera Fusion. This is your main fusion spell, your only way of fusing, so max out on that. Next, we have the Hidden Hecahands. Now, this card is quite a doozy of a card, and I likely will play more. I will play more of it in other builds. But for this card, it is very interesting because when you activate it, you also have a choice of sending a card you control to the graveyard. And if you do that, you get 2 beneficial effects instead of just 1. So if you activate this without sending anything, you just add a Hecahands monster to your hand. However, if you do send something to the graveyard at an activation, and that's a cost, you can not only add a Hecahands monster, but you will also set a Hecahands spell or trap card. And while this card is in the graveyard, you can banish it. Your opponent will draw 1 card and then discard, a la Dark World Dealings. And that turns on your Gaius, your Godos, and your Brius, which is, you know, if the opponent adds a card, and outside their draw phase or out there in the damage step, you can summon them right to the field. So if you do have your opponent in that top deck mode, you make them draw 1 card and then discard it, and since they did add a card, you summon all of those Hecahand monsters. Next, I do have the one-of cards, the very, you know, sacky cards of cross out and call by. In all honesty, do something with this, Konami. Like, bring these to 2 or put them back to well, probably not call by because you can activate more than once, but Designator, I believe you can only activate this once. Yep. Either bring this back to 3 and put this at 2, or just ban them all together because it is sacky if you get hit by this and then you draw it and then it's just a whole thing. Do that with these and then just limit or semi-limit ban the hand traps because, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is nothing but garbage hand trap meta at this stage. Next, we have the Yad-Al Hecahands and the Ibal Hecahands. Again, was lucky enough to pull this when I went to locals, but do got to get the super rare of this one as well. Yad-Al Hecahands is your spell and trap negate, and Ibal Hecahands is the monster negate. And when you negate those cards, you destroy them, and then you can set them to your side of the field. Well, this one you can just summon it to your field. But in order to activate these, you must control a Hecahands monster, which which helps because if you do steal something with one of your main deck Hecahands, they are treated as a Hecahands while on your side of the field. And then for the final hand trap, we do have the Infinite Impermanence. No, nothing more, nothing less. Now let's get into the extra deck. For the Chimeras, we are having still the one Chimera because it's good to still rip a card out the opponent's hand on end phase. And the 2 Berfomet because I still believe that you want to keep playing 2 no matter how much this deck changes or gets new stuff, because this helps in the grind game. As I've stated many times before in my other profiles, they both have graveyard effects during the opponent's turn. This will summon back one of the tri-types from your graveyard, and this will summon back one of your tri-types from the banishment. And the combo will always be you use this effect to summon, use this effect, summon back this. So then it also turns on your Cornfield Codal and your Mirror Sword Knight. Next, I do play the Fiendsmith Lacrima as the Fiendsmith plays. I choose play the Azamina Erishathon because we can make it easily in this deck with just an illusion and a fiend monster, and then we can send something to the graveyard. Next we have Hecahands Jowza, and look at this new set is kind of weird because this card is somewhat all foil and then the other versions aren't, but yeah. But Jowza, once per turn you can you can add a Hecahands spell or trap from your deck or graveyard back to your hand. So this is the reason why you only play one of each of the counter traps. You can play more if you wanted just to see them, but again, they are dead unless you have a Hecahands monster. You can fusion summon this or special summon it by tributing monsters you control, one of yours and one owned by your opponent. So even if they nib you, you can just be like, alright, tribute, summon this. And then we have the Guardian Chimera for obvious plays. And yes, I don't have the Xeno. It is not in this version because that takes just a bit more resources to go into, as you may or may not know. But yeah, you can play Xeno if you like to, but at this current moment I do not have much use to summon it. Yeah, taking something from the opponent's extra deck is nice, but again, it takes a little bit more resources because you have to use 3 Hecahand monsters. I still rock the Chaos Angel just because we have easy ways of getting into this with this deck. I play the Evils or Alars for the on-field Omni Negate. I play obviously the Wave King because Fiendsmith stuff. And of course we have the Requiem, the Sequence, the Little Knight, the Agnum Day, and the Abawaku to just recycle all of our monsters, just get a Hecahands back to the field if we need to, or any other kind of play like summoning back Nightmare Illusion Apprentice. But that is going to be it for this deck profile first draft. Basically, I hope you guys enjoy. If you did, leave a comment in the comment section below. If you're playing this new decks from this new set, Phantom Revenge, let me know what you guys are playing, and if you guys are playing Hecahands, do tell me what decks you're playing them in and what ratios you like, or basically what fun you're having trying to steal your opponent's monsters. But with all that out of the way, I will see you all in the next video.